I was 5, so I was young. I was young when my mom remarried my stepfather, but I still didn't like him. I mean, that's where the forgiveness comes in. I suppose had it been a different scenario, there might not be unforgiveness, but a lot of times in blended families, whether it is through death, widows, or divorce, and people remarrying, there are hurt feelings and there's already anger to come into this situation.
God, I'm so in need of grace.
And really, the other person doesn't even necessarily know that I'm angry and unforgiving. So I'm wanting my unforgiveness and my anger to affect the other person, you know, and in my experience, it was my mother. So I wanted my anger and unforgiveness to, I wanted her to hurt. I was hurting because of the unforgiveness, so I wanted her to hurt. But it doesn't hurt that way. The other person doesn't feel my unforgiveness. It's only hurting I'm only hurting myself. I was angry at my mom for marrying my stepfather, and I wanted the situation to change. I mean, both of them had become widowed at young ages. They both had young children. Okay. So we had two families who had experienced a loss, a death, and then they try to come together and make this new big happy family. Okay. Well, it just isn't that easy, you know. So there was a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of healing that needed to be done in two families before they tried to blend together and make a new family.
We bring our love and thanks to.
The reason we are harboring unforgiveness is we want something to change in the other person, mm-hmm. or in the situation. And, you know, what did change the situation was when I started to forgive, because I could only control this unforgiveness in my heart. So the bottom line is, you know, forgiveness, unforgiveness is not about who's right or who's wrong, or about someone having to pay. Because I think a lot of times when we're angry, it's because we feel we've been wronged and we want someone to pay or do something for that wrong. Yeah. And when it's all said and done, we're all wrong. We're all filthy rags except for what Jesus has for righteousness, and he's the only right. And the price was paid ultimately on the cross. My encouragement to you would be to seize the day, because we know God has given us today and we don't have tomorrow guaranteed. So choose to forgive this day so that you can live in joy and peace in his love tomorrow, because we don't know how many tomorrows we will have with the person that we want to forgive.